one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. You look at this Browns defense.
They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7.
19, 18, no 3, 18, Mustang 19. Ready.
Looking to throw.
Got his man, it's Parham.
And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The Seahawks at 500 and sitting at 5-5. Hey, Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Here we go. 19, 18, Cougar 19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards there for number 15.
That's good. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Back. Cowboy 80. Check smash, check Warriors, step Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready, right?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now a run here, and this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You've got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Panther 11, Bronco.
They'll look to throw. Seahawks.
Jackson Smith-Njigba,
His 6th touchdown of the season.
and the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Sanders to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
19, Tiger.
Here's Sanders.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
8 yards on the pick.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Rig alert, rig alert. Cup 19, Cup 19. Mustang 19. Go.
2nd and 2.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
19, Tiger, 9, top, shot alert, Travis. Ready.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
6 Warriors, 70, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Check. Check 60, check 18 Rattler, 18, 19 Lion.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
70 Ranger. Hurt. 9, Panther 11.
He'll drop to throw. That one caught. It's Horton. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard
Check,
line.
Panther. No, Bronco switch.
Here's Walker. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Alert.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Chop alert. Get it. Let go.
Walker once more. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, check that. Here we go. Viking 18. Bronco 80. Smash. Go.
Walker. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
No gain on the play.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go. Cowboy.
Once again, Judkins. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On the jump.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Ready.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And
start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated. A nice job here getting the tight end involved. He's going to line up on the inside, and then off of play action, he's going to test his secondary by running a corner route. His outside receiver takes all the attention deep, and then he'll just find the open space, and he pulls the ball in.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ready.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's say, hey, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
35-yard line.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Here's a give up the middle. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Mustang, 19. Rig alert, Dragon 60. Ready.
They'll set up to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw here.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the football back as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Ready up. Panther 60.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, the offense, Charles, they were flirting with disaster, already backed up deep in their own territory. So the interception and the pick six ensued. That was a big play.
It certainly was, and the short field gave him the rare opportunity to take it all the way back and quickly. And once he saw that he had open field, there's no way he's going to let that opportunity slip away, and finds his way into the end zone.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
Ready.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Sanders.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Nicky Manwari.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. So that potentially an important takeaway here in the second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Here we go. Start. Smash. 70 Timberwolves.
On 1st down, here's Jefkins.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18 Pioneer. Go.
Sanders.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the 1st half.
Ready.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
19 Tiger. Tiger.
Throwing, Sanders.
That's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Trap 60, trap 60. 79 Bronx, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
70. Cougar 19. 70 Timberwolves.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Ready. Bronco 80. Mustang 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 19 Lions. Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler.
They'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Ready, ready.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
70, hot 70. Hurt. Check, hurt.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Michael Dixon.
17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard. 29-yard line. 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 29-
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
To throw is Sanders. He'll swing this out to Jenkins.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
From the shotgun, Sanders. That complete to Downs.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An inside run with Jenkins.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now the former Volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the gun, it's Shedeur. He'll swing this out to Sampson.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
They'll try it now with Jenkins.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders.
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
110 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line.
And going right back to Walker.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Check, 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 check.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Past the 20. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Riggs. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Buffalo 18.
A give for Walker running right.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Check, smash. 70 Lions.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, smash. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
To the right side, this is Walker.
Muscles him off. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. Oh, he's got a man open. It's caught. Down the right sideline. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10.
Seahawks 24, Browns 10.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger. Let's go. Cougar 19. Ready, ready.
On play action, they'll throw.
And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Okay,
38-yard line.
79 Broncos. Here we go. Check smash. Check smash. Panthers 6. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
Back to throw.
Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Running right, here's Walker.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips and bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Nicky Manwari.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Okay, ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Ready, ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Set, ready. Cougar 19. 79, Panther 11, Panther 11. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
They'll set up a throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Come on, come on. Hey, John Lord, 60 is go check, go check. Ready.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Warriors, Gravity Lions. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Now back to throw.
That is caught. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Let's go. Check, smash, chase, 870 Timberwolf. Ready, ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 now at 6-5.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile,